Okay, welcome to another episode of the St. Luke's podcast. It's our second one this year and our first one this term. So last term we looked at, or we spoke to a few of our leaders. So if you haven't seen that, you might want to go back and check that out. But today we've got two special guests, two students who just came back from World Youth Day. And we've got Althea and we've got Bryce. Hi, guys.
Hi.
So... yeah, what's up?
What's up?
It's okay, you can say what's up. You know, it's a very casual discussion, this one. So, firstly, guys, what made you want to go to World Youth Day?
I'm going to go first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For me, obviously Miss Atkins told me first, she's like, oh, do you want to go on a trip to Europe? But I know my uncle did it, and a lot of even my mum keeps telling me about it before I went. So it was really just, I think, a lot of encouragement from my family to go. But yeah.
Yeah. For me, I actually didn't know too much about World Youth Day. When I got asked to go to the launch day, I didn't know it was for World Youth Day. But when I came home and I told my parents about it, and they told me, it kind of seemed like a no-brainer to go for them. Because I've always been very close with my faith, and my parents are always encouraging me in my faith journey. So they really endeavored for me to go. And
Okay. Fantastic. So for those people out there who don't know too much about what World Youth Day is, I'll get that right, World Youth Day. Tell us a little bit about what was involved in World Youth Day and the purpose of World Youth Day, I guess.
So World Youth Day, it's a gathering of young people from all over the world, and they come together in a place to kind of celebrate the Catholic faith and to work on bringing, expanding the faith within the younger generation so that it's able to continue. It's also about evangelizing and living out.
And we see the Pope.
And you see the
That's
Pope.
right.
Which is great.
He does a vigil mass, and then you sleep in a really big area, and then you wake up, and then there's a priest DJ going like, and then the Pope shows up and gives you mass. So yeah.
That's right. Althea talked to us about the deep involvement with World Youth Day. Bryce, you looked at the different aspects, which is great, fantastic. Yeah. So, what were some of the experiences you had on World Youth Day? Like, when did we go? What did we do? Did I come with you? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Got to say, it was a fantastic experience. I think I had a really good group.
You were an awesome leader.
Oh, thank you.
Bryce was the best leader.
I was fishing for that. You can tell that. So tell me, what were some of the experiences you had on World Youth Day? Both, I guess, spiritually and culturally, yeah.
Our best experience.
There's a lot.
There is a lot. Do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. My best experience is probably the first Mass in Paris. So, those who don't know, obviously, we did a pre-pilgrimage. So World Youth Day is the 7 days where you're with all of the youth from around the world. But then before that, we did this pre-pilgrimage. Went from France to Spain, and then Portugal right after, right? That was Lisbon.
Italy.
Oh, and then Italy
So
after. So that was a reflection.
after.
But on the pre-pilgrimage, this Mass in Paris where St. Vincent de Paul's body was like the first Mass where I actually cried. And it was a really beautiful thing to witness because Bishop Vincent, he kept talking about a transformative experience that is meant to be World Youth Day. So that really, that really touched me. So, yeah, that was my best experience.
My best experience was at Lourdes. So even before we went on World Youth Day and we had those formation sessions leading up to World Youth Day to prepare ourselves, whenever someone asked me what the place I wanted to go to most was, it was always Lourdes, mainly for the miracles that happened there. And also I like how the sick people, amidst all their the difficulties in getting there, like they'd be in wheelchairs, their faith brought them to a place where they believed they'd be healed. And I was just so touched by their faith and their strength and the belief that they had in God. And it was just really special to be in a place like that. And I remember I filled up, I brought lots of little bottles from Australia to bring there so I could fill them up. It was hard getting it. It was
Fill
hard
up
to
with the holy water.
It was hard to bring it across borders, but it was fine because it was really heavy.
Yeah.
I just really wanted to bring that home because it was very special because I have a few sick people in my life. So yeah, that was special.
It was really good that you got to experience that connection with your faith too. I've got to say, being there too brought me closer to God. especially when you saw a lot of people whose faith was enlightened purely because of the situation and where they were at too. And we were lucky. We got to go to quite a few of those holy places like Fatima and Lourdes, as you explained, and Assisi. And also the experiences of World Youth Day. And going back to what you said, Bryce, I thought we were lucky too. The priests that were there gave really good homilies, and really had us thinking about our own lives and what we could contribute to other people's lives. How good was at Loyola when after the Mass we all were there sitting there and we all started singing all in tune?
That was nice.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
So for anyone who hasn't heard the story, after Mass, Mass concluded and we were in the St. Ignatius Church at Loyola, and we were just sitting there waiting for our next instructions, and someone started singing, and then everyone jumped in and started singing all the holy
Hymns and songs
and
and
so
stuff.
forth, and without any music. It was just all a cappella, and but it just the sound just went through the whole church, and it was just such a magical feel, and we created that, and that's something else that we contributed. So yeah, it was a fantastic time. Now, having your experience at World Youth Day, what types of those things that you experienced can you bring back to your own community and your families?
You want me to go? Okay, so I think one of the experiences that we got to experience a lot was adoration, Mass, staying really reverent, and that's something that I sort of took for granted a little when I was back at home. So normally when I pray, it's very one-sided. It's always it's like I'm complaining a lot, right? So, but one pilgrimage I found, when I pray, I would just try to be quiet. I try to just listen, right? And I think from that, I really gained that I want to bring that sense of reverence into our school. So talking with Miss Atkins, thinking about how we can furthermore embrace that reverence of prayer in our school, and to really just engage a lot of the children with the Catholic faith, especially with our hymns and songs that we do in liturgy. Trying to get live music for that sort of stuff is something that I talked about with her a lot. And we're still recording. Awesome. Yeah.
No, fantastic. Thanks for that, Bryce. How about you?
Yeah, for me, I kind of found that within the community. So when we were over there were a lot of opportunities where everyone was just celebrating the faith together. I remember it being really inspiring to see everyone being involved at Mass, even if they weren't actively doing something. So within my own community, I found it's good if you get the community involved as much as you can. So I found myself volunteering a lot more. Even when I wasn't rostered for morning teas at my church, for example, I'd still try to get involved, helping out set up before and after. I try to help my mom with organizing things within the church. So it's just things to help the community be more connected in their faith, and trying to be a part of the reason why they enjoy Mass, they come to church, and they really feel the love of God within our faith community.
Fantastic. Yeah, thanks for sharing that, guys. So let's look at another aspect of World Youth Day. It's the craziness of it, isn't it? There's so many. Well, I think there was about 3 million people in the one city. I think there was 1 million people. I got told 3. Did I get it wrong?
I thought it was 1.5.
1.5 to 3. It was
I like to exaggerate a little bit. It was quite a lot of people.
It was
right?
a lot of people.
And there were a lot of times where we would just sort of try and get through the crowd and hustle and bustle and go one place and another. What were some of the challenges you experienced along the way? It was very positive, the whole aspects of it, but we did come across some challenges, and some people were late, some people were a bit...
True.
Some people forgot their passes or left their passes to get onto the underground. And so what were some of the challenges that you came across, and what some recommendations would you give some students that were thinking of going to the next World Youth Day?
So the good definitely overcame the bad. So the bad was mainly with organization and trying to get to places on time and dealing with all the large crowds. So with a lot of crowds, there's always going to be issues with public transport, finding food. But of course, it's going to be squishy with lots of people there, and you're always scared you're going to lose people or you're going to miss a train.
Missed train to Paris.
Like the train we
Yeah.
almost missed from London to Paris, but we made it. So
We did. We
That's okay.
finally got on
um,
eventually.
so it's mainly that. Overall, though, I think this is, even if it was really busy, I still kind of like to see how everyone was kind of trying to do the best they could to get to places, so they could like I think when we were on our way or coming back from the opening mass,
Yeah.
it was very hectic, very
It
busy.
was. Everyone's going in different directions,
Yeah.
crosswords, the opposite directions. And I think those types of the times were where we sort of helped each other out quite a
Yeah,
bit, and
we
it brought
did.
that good. So I remember linking arms with each other
did,
and
so we
trying to
wouldn't
get through the
lose each other.
crowd.
Holding
just
onto each
everyone
other's bags was
Yeah.
a big one. Yeah.
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 Also watching out so that we wouldn't get pickpocketed.
That's right too. Yeah, having our bags on the front.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's fantastic. Anything else you want to add to that, or?
You can go.
Oh, stay positive, guys.
Staying positive.
Stay positive, because when we did the what was it? Remember when we were gonna find food in Lisbon,
Yeah.
Oh,
And-
yeah. We were walking around till like
Walking-
11 p.m.
11
That's
p.m.
right.
And
Couldn't find any food.
I don't know, just keep your spirits high.
Yeah. In case people don't know, when you're actually at World Youth Day, there's a lot of people that's obviously in one area, and finding food can be a struggle. And the way they did it this year was that they give you a code which you are to scan it at various places. So not every place had this code where you could. That they catered for the pilgrims on World Youth Day to get their food. So we would line up. There was a couple of times we'd line up and then they'd close the place and
because
say,
there was too much.
there's too many people there, we can't cater for you. So it was 11 o'clock at night and we're still looking for food. And we eventually went to a supermarket and just paid our own way, didn't we?
I think what was really nice that day, though, what really brought us up? So a few of us were getting quite frustrated, but then Mr. Bediol here, he gave us a really inspiring speech.
Just like Coach Carter. That was, sick.
It brought our spirits up, and we got the power to keep walking. We walked up a hill to go to the last supermarket. It was going to close at,
That was good.
11:30 or 12.
Yeah, and we just got there in time.
We got there just in time. We got some cup noodles, and we had some dinner.
I've got to say, God was with us in the time. I think he inspired me to try and inspire you
Yeah.
guys, and we eventually succeeded. So
You felt the energy change, didn't you? Everyone just got really
everyone got,
pumped all of a
yeah,
sudden.
everyone was down in the dumps, and all of a sudden everyone was pumped up.
We ran
and
up the hill.
It was fantastic. It was, so, anything else that you would like to add?
I think if you get the opportunity to go to World Youth Day, you definitely should, because we took a lot out of it. So it was expanding our faith, but it was also meeting more like-minded people, and people who have sort of like similar experiences to you, and they both hold like the same love you have for God. We made a lot of new friends. We still keep in touch with everyone. Yeah. Do you have anything else to add?
I don't know. It was good. It's fun. Next one's in
It was
Korea,
fun.
so it's going to be cheaper, so you should go if you can.
Yeah.
Well said, guys. No, that's a really good. I'll start again. Well said, guys. Thanks for sharing all your stories and how you felt about World Youth Day and what you could bring back and so forth. I thought it was a really good few weeks. It was fun spending time with you guys.
It was.
I've got to say
It was
that.
fun spending time with you too.
Oh, thanks. And but we had to get back to school and get back to the
reality.
grind, back to reality. Good, excellent. So thanks again for your time today, guys. Really appreciate it. And yeah, anything you want to say?
That's all.
Make Chris your group leader if you go World Youth Day. He's the best.
You did call me Chris, and it actually
Oh
is
my
Mr.
gosh.
Bediol, but
Mr. Bediol, Mr. Bediol.
We'll forget about that anyway. Thanks, Althea. Thanks, Bryce, for
You should double
today.
my voiceover, so when I say Chris, I say Mr. Bediol.
Thanks for your time today, guys. And I hope you enjoyed today's podcast, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.